Citrus Nation. This is Lemon. Gonna be doing kind of a niche video today. If you've seen me play Shinnok, you've seen the imposter Vortex, but you might not have realized exactly what it was. So in this video, I'm gonna give a detailed breakdown of how to do the imposter Vortex, what it is, what characters you can do it against, and pretty much everything you need to know about it. So first off, the Vortex is when you catch them with this mimic, and then the mimic gives you actually a damage buff, but you can continue a combo. He has a overhead starter or low starter, which, I mean, you can hit him with the overhead, and you can see that I stole Quan Chi's trance. Now out of his trance, that you can continue a combo off of that, which you can throw back out the mimic, and the mimic counts as a reset, just like Johnny Cage's nut punch or anything like that. So once I've thrown out the mimic, everything resets. So say I've done an NJP before, let me get rid of this trance. Say I've done an NJP before mimic, and then I do mimic. Oh, I whiffed it. Sorry. So, NJP, catch him. Second NJP. Normally, 2 NJPs, they'd fall straight to the ground. But that Vortex, or not the Vortex, the Mimic counts as a reset. So, it doesn't make them fall as fast doing combos. It doesn't make the second NJP make them fall to the ground. It resets every combo. It resets all the combo that you did previous, and it's like it never happened. So you will start with, he has the 4-4 low starter, which you go into health sparks, EX the last one. You have to time it to EX that last one, and then I always do a forward 2 into the mimic, which just, for me, it's easier to hit that forward 2 than anything else. I used to do 1-1 mimic, but since mimic is down back 1, it's easier for me to go the forward 2 and then down back 1 into the mimic. The second one that he has, the starter, is the back 3. So back 3, forward 2-2 into the mimic. We'll get him with that. So say you're doing like this, NJP, catch him with the mimic. Now they're blocking low for your, they're expecting the low starter again. So you hit him with that mimic. They're expecting the low starter, blocking low, and you'll come up with the overhead. Get him with this. Right there. So you can see that trance. You can't block anything after the trance. So if you can grab that, like this, they're not going to be able to block anything. So you can go low or overhead, doesn't matter, whichever one you choose. If you don't have meter, obviously you can't do the low, because you need to EX that health sparks and JP into the forward 1 mimic. So it's not going to work if you don't have meter. So say you get that mimic off, and then you do something to get that trance off, then I would go into the overhead again, because they're not going to be able to block it, and it'll go into the mimic. So like I said earlier, the mimic does give you a little bit of a damage buff, but it's not too much. I'll show you right now. So this combo, normally 22%. And so if I mimic before it, 29%. So it's an extra 7% for that combo, but after you do the mimic, you get that extra 7%, go into that trance, and then you'll get another combo off. So an extra 15%, depending on how fast you can do that combo. Let's see if I can get the whole thing. Immediately after, say you do Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I need to mimic first, sorry. So say you do this, into a trance. So 39%, which is pretty good. You need to be able to do that full screen. Didn't realize it was in the corner. So that's pretty much the whole Vortex. It works with Quan Chi. I picked this because Quan Chi's a really good one. It also works with Scorpion. Scorpion's Spear works really well. Kung Lao's Spin. I mean, you just need to know the moves that you steal from people. Melina's Roll, you steal that from her. Actually, Sub-Zero's Ice Ball does not work with this combo. You can't catch them off of that with the Ice Ball. You also can't catch them off of that. Like if I was gonna do the overhead combo, you can't catch them off of that with the Ice Ball. It doesn't work. It comes out too slow. So most people would assume that you can do it with Sub-Zero, but you actually can't. You can't work the forward 4 into the combo. That one wouldn't work with Sub-Zero. But there are people that the Vortex won't necessarily work, but it will still be able to end the combo. You'll be able to end it with a move that you've stolen. Katana works really well. Katana can do the Vortex. But it's just those kind of characters that you would assume have the stun kind of abilities, you know, that'll hold them there, like this, you know, do that, mimic off of it, and go straight back into a combo. So what you really want to do is make sure you're not doing the same one over and over and over. But if you see that you're trying to do an overhead, the person keeps blocking high, then throw out the low. Obviously, that'll hit them. I mean, it's pretty much whoever you're playing against. I mean, there are people who never block low. There are people who only block low. So just, you have to know who you're playing against, know what their tendencies are. And also, one more thing, if your person is guessing the starter, overhead or low, you can also grab out of it, which is a very, very useful option, which after the mimic, the grab does 16% instead of 12. So that's really good if you say you get the full combo off, you hit them with this, you know, keep going, mimic again, and then you go for a throw. That's 16% right there, which also adds 2 more possibilities that you can do. You can forward throw, like I just did, or you can back throw. So that'll be 2 different ways to tech that, and then plus the opportunity to, or the possibility to do the high starter, the overhead starter, or the low starter. So that's 4 ways that you can hit your opponent with that. So it's 25% chance that your opponent will guess correctly. But also, what Lime has started doing is that one is much slower. So you can see he actually has to wind up the kick. With that, he just kind of throws it out. So Lime, if you're trying to defend against the Imposter Vortex, I would recommend always blocking low. And then if you see that come up, because it is pretty readable, if you know what you're looking for, you can read that. So I would say, I would recommend blocking low and then going into that, going higher if your opponent goes into the overhead starter. So I hope this helped. I'm actually gonna switch over just to show you guys one more thing. I'm gonna show you it against Scorpion instead of Quan Chi, just so you can get the idea of what I was saying. Scorpion. So you can see it against 2 different people instead of just against Quan Chi, which you guys have seen it if you go check out a set that I've done with Lime, or I mean I did it online when I did Shinnok ranked. Went against the Ermac. It works well with Ermac. but I will show you against Scorpion just so you can get another reference of how this works. You can see right there, hit him with that spear, and then throw the Mimic out, because the spear, you can do anything off of it. They can't block off a spear, so I always do just the forward 2-2, and then you have your opportunity to go back into anything else you want right there. So you can see right there, that's another way, that's another person that can do the Vortex with. So hopefully this helped. Check out some of our other videos if you'd like to see it actually in action. Like I said, there's a ranked set where I go against an Ermac that you can see I pull off the Vortex, and then there's the set against Lime, Quan Chi, Shinnok set. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope it helped you guys understand it. If you need any other details about this Vortex, just let us know. I'll be happy to make another video if there's anything else that I left out on accident. But please subscribe, and again, thank you guys for watching.